Fawn, how you doing? Good to see you. I recognize the profile picture. I don't recognize the name. Good evening from Indiana, the Hoosier State. I still got to get to Indiana. I got a lot of genealogy stuff I got to do out there. Hope you're doing well. Kevin, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? How's the weather? I think we're getting the rain that you guys normally get there in Florida. Um, Rivers are rising. There's water over roadways. It's been a fun day. But we'll give it a couple minutes, let the notifications go out if they do. I don't know if they do anymore. But we'll wait for David and David and David. We got three Davids at least. And Yvonne and Deanna and Ryan and Ellen and Warren, as long as Warren hasn't floated away. Speaking of, there's Warren. Car wash was closed today. Yeah, Mother Nature's car wash was open, that's for sure. It's been open the last couple days. Jason, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Every time I talk to Jason, I remember go set up a Discord, and then I don't talk to Jason for a little while, and I forget all about Discord. So this is what we're gonna do right now because I can. We'll download. Blah, 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 blah. We will download Discord. It's downloading now. It's literally, I got no excuses. Set up the damn Discord. I'll send you the link. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. Send me the link. I Discord is now being downloaded to my phone. Fawn is over this cold already. Completely agree with you. I don't have it near as bad as you do. I'm looking at my car. It says it's 54 degrees outside. The rain, I kind of want a break from the rain. And I know I can go inside and get a break from the rain, but I kind of want to be outside and have that same break. So, Lord knows if that'll happen. Warren says two young ladies asked to take a selfie with me in Safeway the other day. 'Tis the season to wear a Santa hat while working. If you got it, if you got the look, go with it. Fawn, it is, yeah, it's 54. But it's been raining pretty much. Okay, it's not raining right now. Mother Nature's trying to turn me into a liar. It's pretty much been raining nonstop for the last 2 days. And I'm kind of tired of it. So, all right, Discord is downloaded. I got too many apps on my phone. Anybody else ever go through their phone and just like purge it? Just purge their apps. It's like, oh, I haven't used that in a year. Delete. I haven't used that in 6 months. Delete. The thing is, most of the apps that I upload, use, and then delete later are like restaurant apps. So any games that I don't use, we'll just delete those. Remove app. Mm. And I try to be organized. All my apps organized. It's 22 there. Good lord. Yeah, I don't miss that's probably what it is in Nebraska right now. Smooth operator, what's going on? Am I door dashing? No, I haven't turned the DoorDash app on since the beginning of October, and I'm happier for it. I'm actually a lot happier for it. Like a lot of these gig apps, spend you get to deal with some really good people, but you also get to deal with some really bad people and some entitled people, and it adds up. It adds up. It wears you down. Um, I think I realized last week that including Papa John's, I've basically been delivering for 13 years, and I don't exactly have a whole lot to show for it. I have gotten to do some really cool things, and I've had some experiences that I wouldn't have had otherwise, but really, I don't have a lot to show for it. Invite link sent. All right, there's Jason's Discord link. Anybody wants to join Discord that's got it, go for it. Kevin says it's been cooler after we had rain Sunday afternoon into yesterday. You guys are getting rain too. Somebody tell me that it's like 60 degrees and sunny where you're at. Let's see. Rain today, rain tomorrow, rain Thursday. Ooh. Oh no, still chance of rain on Friday. Go figure. Saturday, I'm going to be at a craft fair, and it's going to be sunny and 56. Oh, you can't make this up. The one day that I have off that I get to go, I'm going to be inside of a craft fair. Yeah, they should move it outside. Speaking on DoorDash, I got to send you something that was on my neighborhood page. Oh, good lord. 62 and sunny in Oklahoma in December? That the Oklahoma that's in the United States, right? Mary, what's going on, Mary? Good to see you. How are you? Warren says, after 2.5 years of dashing, I can tell you where all the best public restrooms in Clackamas County are and what the codes to get in. I mean, when you got to go, and you kind of like to use a clean one, so. Mary is almost home. I hope you had a good day, Mary. Once you get on my Discord, I'll create you a spot to post your things you can make if anyone is interested in purchasing things from you. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, Jason. Yeah, I got quite a few lanterns done. I got the fun part of the lanterns done. I've been working last night, the night before on the lid and the base. There's Yvonne, and I know Michael's right behind her. How are you doing? Doing pretty well. See, I knew it. There's Michael. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Yvonne, check Instagram. I got your message back. I have not gotten notifications on Instagram for things, so I'm catching up on messages because I have not gotten like, hey, new message. Haven't gotten that. I feel like they're kind of running like YouTube is because YouTube's terrible about sending notifications. Instagram's the same. Let's see. Oh, a high of 56 today in Lincoln. Tomorrow, 37. Sunday, high of 23 and a low of 5. Glad I don't live there. I could cut class with body parts. I don't know what I'm allergic to. I just felt sneeze come on. Sneeze come on. I can't talk today. Finished a 2-hour short little shift of deliveries. Not as good as I wanted it to be. But as Yvonne and I like to say, it's better than zero. That is true. It's always better to go home with more money than you left with. Kind of like going to the casino. Thank you, Fawn. Yeah, I had a lot of sneezing lately. All the way down to 65. F that. I mean, it's 65. I feel like at this point, 65 degrees, I might be walking. I might walk down the street shirtless. No, it's still too cold. No, I probably would. You get used to no. Never. I'll have that. I'll have that argument with myself later. Was saving up some cash for tires, but my battery said no, me first. So dropped 340 on a new 5-year battery at AutoZone. Oh man, 340 bucks. Have batteries really gone up that much? Because I got a battery for this car a year ago. Well, actually, 2 days after I got the car, I had to replace the battery. But I don't remember it being that much. It was like maybe 150, 160. Granted, I was at Walmart. Tomorrow, the high is 11. I like the temperature to stay above my age. You believe it? Yes, they've gone up that much. That's crazy that they've gone up that much. Uh, I'm not gonna look in my glove box right now, but I go get you a battery from Toyota. I don't know how much they are, but when I got this car last year, like I said, I had it for. Did I even have it for 2 days? I don't even think I had it for 2 days. Um, I stopped at the grocery store, did some shopping, was headed home. It was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Go back out to my car as I'm leaving the grocery store. My car won't start, so I have to get it jumped. And I was like, well, anytime you get a new car, new used, um, something always happens. Something small always happens. And in my case, it was the battery. And I was like, you know what, whatever. It's not a huge deal. And then I pulled the battery out and realized the battery was 10 years old. It was the battery that Toyota put into the car when they actually put this car together. So, I mean, a battery that lasts 10 years, I'd pay 400 or 500 bucks probably for it. AGM batteries are 300 plus. Good lord. Captain Michael, what's going on? 80s to 90s for him. What? I don't want to hear it. If you're complaining about 80-degree weather in December, is it not cold enough? Um, had to buy a battery for my Honda within a month of purchasing. Yeah, it's like I said, Mary. It's anytime you buy, at least my experience, anytime you buy a car that's new to you, something will always happen. It's always something small. It can be kind of a pain in the butt, but there's always something small. And for me, it was a battery. Battery only lasts a year or two in Florida. Why? Is it the humidity? It's in the 50s now, says Michael. Well, it's 54 here. So, batteries only last a year. Mary's okay with 80. Doesn't like it going into the 50s. Len, what's going on? You're still not dashing. God, no. Doing Spark. It's been a slow day on Spark. But no, I haven't turned the DoorDash app on since October, since the beginning of October. Like I said earlier, I am much happier. I am a much happier person not screwing around with DoorDash. I think the last time that I had the app on, it started coming up. It had the prompt that would come up on each delivery, going, "Take a picture of your insulated bag." Like, no, I'm not. I'm no. I've been using the same bag for 2 years. I've been using the same, yeah, 2 years. I've been using the same pizza bag for just almost just as long, and you still want me to take a picture of my pizza bag every day? No, not playing the games, not going through. I'm not a monkey in a circus. Uh, no, DoorDash has so many issues, and I actually saw an article or an interview recently, part of an interview with DoorDash's CEO, and he couldn't care less about, or he couldn't care more. Yeah, could he could definitely. Well, he could care less. Anything's possible, but it is not about food delivery for DoorDash. It is about delivering anything and everything possible for as cheap as possible. And I'm sorry, I was born with a brain like many of you guys, and I don't appreciate being treated and paid like I'm some migrant produce picker. Because at $2 a delivery, that's pretty much what we are. I probably could make more money going out and picking produce in fields than doing DoorDash. Not doing it. And every delivery that I take on DoorDash is putting more money into DoorDash's pocket, and I am not going to be an accomplice to their ignorance and exploitation of anybody. Sorry, kind of went on a little rant there. Mary says that's why you need to get your car washed underneath and top a few times a week so you don't lose the paint and the alternator and the starter don't ionize out or whatever they do with it. Okay. Oh, oh, all the salt. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, but I inspired you to dash. Now I'm trying to inspire you not to dash. Go start your own business. Go start your own. Yeah, just go start your own business. Do something you love doing. If you love delivering, go talk to some of these small independent shops that have that are using DoorDash and see if you can't work out a deal. I'll take every delivery that you do or that you need. Um, Charge them like a flat, you know, $5 per delivery or something, plus tip. Do something like that. Um, talk to customers that you drop orders off to, or like grocery orders off to. Talk to them. See if they want, you know, if you did a good job. See if they want you as like their personal shopper. Cut DoorDash out of it. Talk to them. Give them your number. Work out a deal. Uh, you send me your grocery list with the total. Uh, Cash at me the money, PayPal, you know, Venmo, whatever. Um, Plus whatever you want to charge them for actually doing it, and just cut DoorDash completely out of it. DoorDash has enough people working for them, making them enough money, $2 at a time. Let's go do something on your own. Make more money and have more fun. Yeah, and man, platinum sucks because they suck you into this. Oh well, if you maintain platinum, then you get access to this and access to that. I've talked to dashers lately that are platinum, and there's times that they can't even dash now as platinum. Like you are, if you are platinum and you are struggling to stay platinum, the reason you're struggling to stay platinum is because you're having to battle a lot of people who should not be on the app to start with because they shouldn't be on the app. They don't have a driver's license. They don't have a car. They didn't pass a background check. They're renting out an account from somebody else. They're sharing an account from the one family member who hasn't gone to jail. Uh, it, in my opinion, you know, it's not worth it. There's other apps out there. There's other apps that are paying better. Speaking of other apps, I finally got approved on Roadie. At this point, I don't even remember what roadie is exactly. Been almost 2 years. I think it's been almost 2 years since I applied for roadie. Finally got on. Cool. So now I'm updating my insurance and my car info because, well, yeah, because I didn't even have this car when I applied for roadie. So I was just lucky to remember my login. Michael, you got a free DoorDash pizza bag from Pizza Hut tonight. Is it one of those thin ones? Uh, they're not the best, but they do a good job. They do a decent job. If you're in an area where there's snow and you get stuck, slide a couple under your tires. It'll get you enough traction to get out of there. I know from experience. But I have so many of those bags. I've given half of them away to nobody that does DoorDash. Just a friend of mine, his mother-in-law, I gave her a bag because when I go up on to Mount St. Helens on the weekends, every once in a while, she's like, "I'm gonna go get everybody pizza." It's like, well, it's like a 20-25 minute drive one way to get pizza. So you're talking another 20-25 minutes in the car, no insulated bag at all. So I had an extra bag in my trunk one day, and I was like, "Oh, here, take that with you. Have your own hot bag. You know, you live far enough away from a restaurant, you use a hot bag." And they absolutely love it. They use it anytime they get hot food from anywhere now. All the DoorDash updates and systems y'all have seen, I have not seen in Florida. Well, and what's crazy is like there's still places in the country like Reno, Nevada. They're still on the old system. There's no tiers, there's no nothing. They are on the old system. Take a picture of the bag, take a picture of the meat, take a picture of a receipt. I'm a delivery driver, not a photographer. I mean, you got plenty of experience now. You kind of could be a photographer. Don't forget blood samples. And coming soon, you may have to give up your firstborn child as a deposit to use DoorDash. Sad to say, Spark is so bad. I have to do a little bit of DoorDash. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. Fortunately for me in this area, Spark is pretty solid. We got our days. My only complaint with Spark, other than the couple brain dead Walmart employees that I have to deal with on occasion, um, is their big batched orders, their general merchandise or .com orders, is some other people on YouTube call it. Um, they they upped the pickup time from 2:15 in the afternoon to 5:15. So yeah, I missed that by like, yeah, hour and a half, hour, almost an hour and a half ago. Um, I really don't like. I like doing them in the daylight when it sends me all over, back roads, side roads, um, not so well lit areas, and I'm driving down the road looking for addresses, and I got some jacked up truck with brighter than hell LED headlights right at eye level, and I can't see anything. It it becomes a bigger pain in the butt than the money is worth. So I've kind of avoided doing those, especially when it's raining. Len, you own a security guard company? Hmm. That's one job I haven't done. I think it'd be fun to do. Yvonne, thank you. Ooh, we got the peppermint hot chocolate with the marshmallows. I haven't had that either this year. No peppermint hot chocolate. Maybe I should get some. That sounds really good. Roadie is UPS. Okay, it's a nice filler apple spark. Okay, well, that'll be something fun to try, and I will have a new app, at least new to me, so I can make some videos on that. Appreciate it, Michael. I need to on the bag. I need to create a video of that on the bags. What, using the bags to get out of snow? I'm behind in chat now. Rody is crazy Home Depot orders and dumb pharmacy orders. I don't even know where the closest Home Depot is to me. I wonder if Tractor Supply's on there. That'd be nice. Deanna, good to see you. How are you feeling? Michael says I do like it because it's easy Velcro open and close. My other one is a full length zipper all the way around. Oh, you have one of those pizza bags. Okay. Yeah, the Velcro ones are nice. I think one time I actually just gave the bag, I gave the order and the bag to the customer. I was just like, here you go. I think at that point I was up to like eight or nine pizza bags from Pizza Hut. Ironically, the nicest pizza bag that I have came from Little Caesars. If you want to take an order on Roadie, it takes 15 minutes to let you know if you got it. Kind of reminds me of the last date I went on. Took at least 15 minutes to figure out if that was happening or not. No, I'm joking. I'm so glad you got on the Spark. I knew it was the app for you. I really enjoy Spark. I don't deal with near as many people especially that you do on DoorDash. There's not near as many steps or hoops to jump through. Uh, the one thing that I wish that Spark would fix is if I open up the app and I turn on the app and then I get a notification that, you know, you have a new offer, and I go to click on it and then it goes, we need to verify your identity. I can't even see that order. I can't accept that order. I can't decline that order. I have to take the stupid mug shot, look forward, look left, look right, and then hopefully hope and pray that it processes it quick enough that I can actually see the order, but it always takes longer. And so I don't know. I've either missed out on some really good offers or I've missed out on some really terrible offers. I don't know. But that's my one complaint with Spark. Like they will just it will kick out the verify your identity at the most inopportune times. Lynn says I own a business. Actually, you inspired me to do DoorDash part time. I'm so sorry. I mean, if you enjoy doing DoorDash, uh, good on you. I'm happy for you. But if you don't, I'm really sorry because I've never tried to be a bad influence on anybody. Mary, I have no problem with Spark at night, and amen to the stupid trucks with tiny D's. They're usually compensating for something. Princess Mel, how are you doing? Mary says the HRV is a little higher up, so they don't get me with the headlights anymore. Yeah, and there's sometimes like it's obviously at night because of the headlights. I'll be driving down the road and like I'll have somebody approaching me and they'll have their brights on and I'll turn the brights off because that's the polite, respectful thing to do. And I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait and they still won't turn their high beams off. So I'll do a quick flash. If they still don't, then the a hole in me comes out, and I wait until I'm about the front of our vehicles are within like 10 feet, and I'll just put the high beams back on. Like screw you, like legitimately screw you. If you have to drive past somebody rudely with your high beams on, I'm gonna flash you, and it's not gonna be pleasant. It's not gonna be a fun flash. Michael got waitlisted for Grubhub. Good luck with that. I'm, I think I'm still on their wait list. Been on their wait list for a while too. Many gray hairs ago, I signed up. They have Tractor Supply over to Christmas sweater. Tractor Supply's got like ugly Christmas sweaters because I need to get one this year. Warren's got one of the thin DoorDash pizza bags, one of the super padded ones, and an oversized 20 by 20 by 12 bag that'll hold 7 or 8 pizzas. Good catering bags too. Jeez, that's a big bag. Mary, yes, the money definitely is a lot better. I think yesterday, what did I have yesterday? I gotta open up Spark. I think I'm at $277 for the week already, and today was actually kind of slow. CEO Jojo, what's going on? How are you? Mel likes DoorDash. I'm not knocking anybody who likes DoorDash. I We'll call it it was a bitter divorce. The only thing I've divorced in my life, DoorDash. But yeah, the money's a lot better on Spark. One thing I would change with the Spark app to be able to have an aisle filter. That would be nice. I quit doing, and also good to see you, Nick. I quit doing shopping orders for the most part on Spark a couple months ago. We all know I have a smart mouth, and I don't deal with the Gestapo at the door very well. Fawn says the verify ID at the customer's house is annoying. It is, especially when you don't even realize what you're like checking their ID for. Like at this point, I think we should just remove warning labels from everything and let nature take its course. I've had to card people for some of the dumbest crap, and obviously I've like had to card. I've carded a 70-year-old woman for alcohol. Like, come on, what's she buying that for? Her great grandkid? Come on. I don't think I actually. Yeah, I don't have to show any leg this week yet. Yet. You get a good roadie spark, you can change the order of the deliveries, which is amazing. Really? I'd like to be able to do that on Spark because there's been sometimes I've simply turned down an order because it's too many miles. And it's like go this way, past one drop off, make that drop off, then make the what should have been the first drop off second, and then pass both of them again to make the third drop off. Why? There's no logic in their logistics. Mel says, "Let's not talk gray hair." Well, there most of my gray hair is like right here, right in front of my, right on my chin. I mean, if I go like that, I basically knock like 5 years off my appearance. Tiger Supply House Christmas sweater. Yeah, I need an ugly Christmas sweater. Um, Thank you, Michael. Good, can't complain. I mean, yeah, we can always complain, but I always I always have to remind myself when I'm having a bad day that somewhere out there there's a three-legged, one-eyed dog named Lucky who's living his best life. So I really shouldn't complain a whole lot. Ooh, sarcastic Hallmark cards. That could be fun. Send a cute little note to your husband or you're going, honey, I miss you, but my aim's improving. Yeah, so let's just let nature take its course. 70 degrees today, that would be nice. Carding people for cough drops is dumb. Yes, it is. Carding people for cough syrup. Carding a grown adult for children's cough syrup while they're stuck at home with a sick child is dumb. There's no point. All of these laws, all of these rules. We got a card for this. We got a card for that. We got to protect the children. Okay, is that why we're carding 80, 90-year-old people for alcohol? I still remember back in Nebraska, I watched somebody born during Prohibition get carded for a bottle of wine. It's like, and you reach a certain age, it's just dumb. It's like, why are you carding me? I've been able to drink alcohol longer than you've been alive, and yet you're carding me. Make it make sense. Left turn routes, Flex and Walmart do that. I'm gonna have to pay attention next time if that's the case. Now you got me thinking, Mary. Figured by now y'all would be getting some 40s as the high. We gotten some. We've hit 29 as a low. That's about as cold as it's gotten. 65 in Temple, Texas. Let's go. There's Ellen. How are you doing? You did a spark order on Sunday. How was it? When we lived in Abilene, I remember seeing Amarillo having snow, but I guess that was before global warming. Don't get me started on that Crockett. Yeah. Anything to, I personally believe anything to suck more money out of people's pockets in the name of saving the environment. And I'm all for saving the environment and, doing your part, but some of it's a bit ridiculous. Mount St. Helens is a perfect example of what Mother Nature can do and how wrong man can and scientist can be. But I do remember it snowing in Amarillo. I was selling one of my earlier jobs. I did a lot of sales jobs in my late teens and very, very early 20s. I did door to door vacuum sales, selling vacuums that almost nobody wants. But you'll learn very quickly the word no. You kind of get used to hearing the word no. But we had a trip down to actually Amarillo from Nebraska, and I remember we got there and everything was fine. Woke up, and there was like 8 or 9 inches of snow on the ground. We were stuck in the hotel for 2 days. They had to call in snow plows from other counties in Texas and New Mexico because whatever county Amarillo is in had one snow plow. That was it. Warren makes an excellent point. Life could always be worse. You could be the quality control guy in a rectal thermometer factory. Or every day is a pain in the butt. Well, I know, Ellen. I know it's been a while, but how was it? 52 for 25 miles? Hey, uh, that's not bad at all. Vaughn says y'all suck with these nice weather temperatures. We'll move west, Fievel. Gotta love it when the history of weather repeating itself. Yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, like my big example, Mount St. Helens. It erupts in 1980 when it's all said and done. That entire area looked like the face of the moon. There was no life. Everything was gray. And scientists and experts said that nothing would grow there for like 100 years or something. It's pretty dang green and full of wildlife after less than 50 years. And Mother Nature did that to herself. Man thinks that we honestly think that we are so freaking special and we hold so much power over Mother Nature. Not a chance. All you guys in Florida, you get hurricanes every year. Wonder how many of you guys have styrofoam furniture. That's a Robin Williams joke, by the way. What's happening in August? To me, global warming means the Earth just rotated and flipped over like a pancake, but a spherical pancake, because regular pancakes are flat. You mean the Earth's not flat? Capped, what's going on? Seen snow when I was planning my break in Amarillo. People were dying in Texas. It was like very little snow, not built for the cold. Yeah, oh, Matt's doing a meetup? Okay. And someone from Australia. I'll have to see what's going on. Mary got a $99 deal for Hilton. Warren says he sometimes he misses being a salt truck snowplow driver in Milwaukee, and then he comes back to his senses. I mean, the Midwest is a unique place in the winter. The Midwest, for those who don't live in the Midwest, there's two seasons there. It's cold and construction. So now that you downloaded Discord, it's going to take you 10 years to create your profile. What were we talking about? No, I'm joking. No, I will get it created. No worries, Mel. People suck at driving here in Florida and the whole country. Well, that's what happens is they stop really giving people tests and just said, hey, if you have a pulse, we'll give you a driver's license. Have pulse, here you go. It's kind of like the same requirements for most gig apps. Got a little warm in here, a little toasty. 16 inches of snow. Oh, thank you. Deb, you can have all the snow you guys can handle. Yeah, we'll have to see what's going on in August. Um, Still like 8 months away ish. Yvonne, I tell you what, next time I go up to Mount St. Helens, I will take a picture of the snow for you and send it to you. There's a lot of, I think it's all above the 3,000, maybe, mm, might be 3,000 foot elevation at this point. It's cool because you're driving up and it's like 1,000 foot elevation, no snow. 2,000 foot elevation, no snow. 3,000, oh, snow. I really wanted to picture this last weekend when I went up there, but it was really cloudy, really foggy. Obviously, the higher you go up, the closer you are to the clouds, and there was no seeing Mount St. Helens. It was just engulfed in clouds and fog. That white cold stuff. Yes. Brain went somewhere it shouldn't have. Uh, you'll just buy her a can of snow at the supermarket. A snow globe. Yeah, Fawn says LOL, no comment. Yep, no, no comment. I gotta behave myself. Only the clean snow. Yes. Yellow snow is not banana or pineapple flavored. No yellow snow, don't eat the yellow snow. Charlie behave? No way. Couple times a year I behave. You work, Michael, you work on roadway signs as a sign tech. There's lots of signs up here, just saying. I'm in Europe far away from the Cowboys, but he behaves when I'm sleeping. I behave when I'm sleeping. We'll go with that. Texas Department of Transportation, 18 years, 8 more to go before retirement. Here's your sign. My sign would read like "Do not leave unattended." Uh, my lack of filter between my brain and my mouth. Those are probably the only PG ones I can think of. Going to North Texas, and that's one thing about Texas. It's big enough. If you don't like one area, you can go to the other. It's kind of similar, like here in Washington State. If you live in Western Washington, you got a lot of rain. There's a lot of trees. It's wet a lot, but if you don't like it, and actually the peninsula is technically a rainforest. You don't like it though, you can move to a different part of Washington State. You can move to Central Washington, which is more desert like. You go even farther, Eastern Washington. It becomes very much rural, agricultural, a lot of farmland, similar to Nebraska, except not as flat. There's kind of like Texas. You don't like one area, just move to a different area. Fawn, you got a new Spark shirt today? I never gotten one of those. Jason's mouth is rated TVMA, meaning mature audiences only. Jason, I feel like we need to come up with a cool like disclaimer for you. Kind of come up with something. The whole Midwest sucks when it comes to plowing snow. I was talking to a friend of mine that lives in Lincoln, and the last time they got snow, Maybe it was last week they got snow. It wasn't quite 4 inches, and 4 inches. Yeah, I know somebody's gonna take that to the gutter. Um, the city has a rule: 4 inches of snow or more, they'll plow the residential. If there's less than 4 inches, they won't. They won't. They will not send a snowplow into a residential neighborhood. And I am not exaggerating. I am not making it up. The city could measure 3.95 inches and go, not 4 inches. We're not going in. Like it could be the thickness of a dang quarter, and they'll just be like, yeah, we're not going in. But it's practically 4 inches. Yeah, but it's not. It's not. Just squeeze a quarter in there, so we're not going in. Jason, yeah, Jason says that you drop an F bomb more than I do. The Sahara dust happened all the time every summer. Would do us a favor. They have that 4 inch rule in where Fawn's at. I swear men measure the snow. Well, what the heck's that supposed to mean? Vaughn says we were out on a delivery and Uber snuck in a wing stop, which we never take. And I was like, effort. And hubby said, I'll say it for you. Well, you just, Yvonne, you just need to go watch Elf again and pick up and use some of his alternate expletives. They don't have inch rules here in Texas. Oh, good Lord, Michael. Yvonne has a fort. Not going to time you out. I don't need to time you out. You have to go home with your wife. So I will not punish you. That was bad. Really freaking funny, too. Um, she did. Oh, she dared you? Okay. Well, I am definitely leaving that one alone then. Vaughn says you'll get snow what, once every 10 years? In Texas? I think so. Down here where I'm especially this elevation, they don't really get snow very often. Michael goes, that's what she said. Ba-ding. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And Yvonne throws up the tisk tisk. It's a very good rule to have. says Fawn. A 4-inch rule? I don't know about you guys, but I kind of missed the 6-foot rule. Personal space, back up. There were some positives with COVID in 2020. I'm just saying there were some positives. Everybody learned what personal space was. That's pretty much it. Some should be more than 6 feet. I agree. Especially if you've never heard of deodorant and you live in a warm environment and nobody want to smell that. Well, the 6-foot rule. I know it was nice because you could actually like you could stretch your arms out and never touch anybody. It was nice. There was a lot of dumb things. The 6-foot thing in itself, in theory, from what the professionals were saying, was kind of dumb. As if like I don't cough or sneeze and it goes farther than 6 feet. It's like, oh hey, it's not on a chain. It's not a dog. It's not going to run out a rope and go. Oh, I can't go any farther than 6 feet. But just having everybody in public stay 6 feet away from everybody else was so nice. So what happened to your boys last Thursday, Charlie? Michael, I'm gonna let you handle that one. If I can smell you, you are too close. I like that rule. Another reason I like going out into the woods by myself. If I smell something funky, it's either a bear or a Bigfoot. Use that as an excuse working reservations to the dock after the virus for the 6 foot. Uh, how did I make you turn red? Michael says, "Oh, it's taken care of." Okay, I appreciate that. Wait, we're not talking football. We're not talking football. I don't know if I want to know. So yeah, I'm not. Yes, I like bald eagles. Those are the only eagles that I like. Yes, Jason, you should definitely come with a warning label. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Eagles though. The football team. I really don't understand what's going on with them. I don't understand what's going on with basically anything in the NFL. All the teams that are winning should be losing. All the teams that are losing should be winning. Like somebody just threw the entire league into a box and shook the box up, and Nothing makes sense at all. I'm hearing sirens. I was with you guys this whole time. Oh, it was an ambulance and they drove fast. All right. I say that you guys bring up the NFL. I go to ESPN and the headline article is the remote path for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys to make the playoffs. So the Cowboys need to win out. So they got to beat they got to beat the Vikings, the Chargers, the commies. I mean the Commanders, and the Giants. That should easily, hopefully, be done. I would put them at 10-6-1 on the season, but needing help to make the playoffs. The Eagles are 8-5. So the Cowboys would need to win out, and the Eagles would need to lose two more games. The schedule does seem to favor the Eagles as they play the Raiders, the Bills, and the Commanders twice. So I don't know. It's always that time of the year where I'm really wondering, is this going to be the year where my Seahawks and my Cowboys play each other in the wild card to see who advances? Because at that point, I'm just like, whatever. Fawn's Eagles have given up, it seems. You never know. Cap says, I've never seen that man in my life. I appreciate you having my back. Mel says, I'm over here, sirens. What was going on in Baltimore? I try not to pay attention to the news. That also makes me a happier person. Sirens are going after all the Cowboys fans. No, they're probably going to rescue somebody who drove down a road and got stuck in water that they shouldn't have been driving down to begin with. It's the Redskins who are the Commanders. Oh, I did call them the Commies first. I've actually called them the Commies since they switched because I don't like calling them the Commanders. They are in DC, so Commies makes more sense. But yeah, they should have just left it the Redskins. Big, okay, it wasn't just hairy people running on their hands and feet. Alan's listening, but has no idea about football. Yeah, we usually go down and talk about football at some point. The Commandos. Mm. And Captain Michael is a Bears fan. The Bears. I have my teams and then I have my players. There are certain players on certain teams that I'll watch the game just to watch the player. 'Cause Like even if I wasn't if I wasn't a Cowboys fan, um, rest in peace, Joe Rogan. You watch your mouth. Jason, you like the Dr. Pepper? Yeah, even if I wasn't a Cowboys fan, Dak Prescott, you can't help but like the guy. He just seems like a very genuine, nice guy. And he's been through for him to stay as positive as he has with the things that he's had to go through, um, really says a lot. I mean, he lost his mom to cancer. He had one of his brothers. Can't really say it on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Um, he's had well, and he lost his brother during COVID, during 2020. So that was a really hard year for him. And then his teammate, Marshawn Neyland, just a few weeks ago. And for him to stay as positive and upbeat as he is, really just says a lot about him as a person. So, guys like that I love to root for. You got a miniature horse running down the highway. That would be. I don't get any of that cool stuff around here. I'm waiting. I got the dash cam. I'm waiting for Bigfoot to run across the road right in front of me, and so I can retire. Fawn, yeah, definitely send me the pic. I want to see that. I'm waiting to see a miniature dachshund running down the road too. That I'm stopping and picking up. Jason says if he was a Cowboys fan, he'd never admit to it, but to each their own. Well, there's people that root for the Browns and the Bengals, and when was the last time either of them made a Super Bowl? The Bengals have in recent memory. The Browns, I don't know. When was the last time the Browns last Cleveland Browns playoff win? Wait, did they win in 2021 and I wasn't paying attention? I guess they did. That was their last playoff win. When was their last Super Bowl win? Okay, so from 2003 to 2019, the Browns had a 17 season playoff drought. And they're one of four teams to have never appeared in a Super Bowl. So, I mean, you can knock on Cowboys fans all you want. You can knock on the Cowboys. There's still four teams in the NFL that have never even seen the Super Bowl. LOL, Bigfoot is smart. He hides. He does. And he groans and grunts and smacks trees. And I actually was out in the woods this last weekend and we did some Bigfoot calls. And we got some noises back. That's all I'm saying. Yvonne, yeah, I mean the Steelers uh, have been to a Super Bowl. Which NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl? Never been to a Super Bowl. That's what I want to know. The Br- I'm not gonna. Okay, I feel like I should just do something. All right, what without Googling footage for the second channel, I should have had the camera going. I got to get a parabolic mic so that I can actually pick up the sound because it was enough for my ears to hear. It would not have been picked up as far away as I was with the mic or with the GoPro. So there are four teams in the NFL who have never been to a Super Bowl. Other than the Browns, name the other three teams. Bigfoot needed a friend that day. Mel, it was really cool. We had some recordings, some other calls from different areas, and we played them over a loudspeaker. And we got some sounds back. It was really cool. Got some tree knocks. I think we played the wrong call, and Bigfoot got a little mad. Let us know. But someone was running a contest. First prize was a week in Cleveland. The second prize was a month. Um, Jacksonville is correct. Houston is correct. Miami has been to a Super Bowl. Carolina has been to a Super Bowl. So we got the Browns, the Jags, the Texans, and one other team. Atlanta has been to a Super Bowl. Remember, uh, they handed the game over to Tom Brady and the Patriots that year. They were up what? They were up like three or four scores. Um, Vaughn got it. Lions. Miami lost to the Bears in '85. I think so. I think that was the year. Michael says I'm just throwing darts. It's okay. But yeah, the Lions, the Jags, the Texans, and the Browns have never been to a Super Bowl, and they still have fans. So, would I like to see the Cowboys win another Super Bowl in my lifetime? Considering I'm probably going to outlive Jerry Jones, I can see that happening. Playing Brady and the Patriots can have it leave a team deflated. I Warren said it, not me. Finally got some fabric cut for granddaughter's quilt. Got less than 10 days to get it done. Mel, you better get on that. No, have fun with that. I'm sure in some ways it's therapeutic. Corey, what's going on? Good to see you. Michael, yes, you guys have a great night. Be safe with the deliveries. We got a craft fair to do or a craft show on Saturday, so uh, I got some lanterns to get done. Yes, tell me later. Michael is playing. Captain Michael's playing Fortnite. Man, we got a captain in here. We got a princess. Uh, yeah, I want to get back on Fortnite and a unicorn. I can't. Yeah, I can't. I'm just missing. I told you guys I can't talk today. Missing a Bigfoot and an alien. Although I don't know, there might be a really hairy person in the chat somewhere that's not saying anything. Um, and there could be somebody with questionable immigration status. So I mean, that would be a hairy man and an alien. Sure, I'm all cut up on chat. Yeah, Corey, how was your day up in Canada? We're just cracking up. I need to figure out how to add my warning label to the beginning of a live stream. Questionable immigration. That is about as politically correct as I get. I am not a politically correct person at all. I don't intentionally try to offend people, though. I mean, would that not be an alien? I think that technically, under certain definitions, that would be considered an alien. Being trying to be politically correct all the time, especially in 2025, that would be a full time job, and I definitely wouldn't get paid enough for it. One of these days, maybe I will start. Hey, there we go. Channel idea. Politically incorrect with Brash. I don't know. Ooh, clapping seal. Thank you, Mary. Yvonne, I'm kind of curious what your hubby, what Michael corrects you on. The politically incorrect stuff. I got to be specific. Um, the clapping seal is really cool. I gotta hand it to YouTube as far as like their little gift emojis. Some of those are really cool. And what is it? The golden poo. I knew that was the poo emoji for a really long time, except I would just call it the chocolate pudding emoji and really screw with people. Be like, what? There's a pudding emoji. I'm like, yeah, see, pudding. Oh, happy poop. See, I call it golden poo. That may be the same thing that they call one of those hybrid inbred golden retriever poodle dogs. A golden poo, crossbred, inbred, same difference. Hershey Kisses. Unicorns make rainbows. Oh, Yvonne, I got something that I'm working on. I'll send you a picture of it. It involves Bigfoot, an alien, and a unicorn. Ooh, and a sundae. I could go for some ice cream. Now I'm hungry. Not for dinner, but for dessert. Captain Michael, always good to see you, brother. Oh crap! It is 7:30. Man, this live stream went by fast. It definitely went by fast. Maybe I just need to start embracing my inner political incorrectness. No, gotta be an easier way to say that. I don't know. I'll have a week to figure that out. It did. Time flies when having fun. That is true, and I always have fun hanging out with you guys. Still need to get Starlink. Then I take you guys up to Mount St. Helens, like all the way up there, and live stream. Bedtime for Fawn, dinner time for me. Dinner time was probably about an hour ago, but guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go grab some food and do something that I need to do. Y'all feel free to message, smoke signal, whatever the heck you want to do. But I will see you guys all next Tuesday on the live. May end up having a video that I throw out this week. We'll see. There's been some DoorDash news out of Nebraska that makes me really glad I'm here and not there. So you guys all have a good night, and I will see you guys later. Be safe and watch out for the crazies.